to shift gears, we get into some basketball action now. Victoria Reynolds is one of the biggest basketball stars that we have in the country. She says that Kenya has a potential to qualify for Afro basketball in August to participate in the championship that will be held in Ivory Coast, but their first hurdle will be making it out of the qualifiers that will be held in Cairo from next week. I had a conversation with her on what to expect from the Lionesses, that is the Kenya women's basketball team, and of course why she's decided to also, aside from basketball, get into charity as well as coaching. Let's listen in. Thank you, Victoria, for giving us time to talk to you. It's been a minute trying to catch you. I mean, how's training been so far?
So far, training has been good. We entered camp, I believe, 2 days ago, and we're really just trying to sharpen our strengths and emphasize where we can fix our weaknesses.
How's the chemistry in the team?
The chemistry is good. There's a lot of returners, also with a lot of new players. But we're all familiar with one another, one way or another. So yeah, I would say the chemistry is really good.
When you take a look at the team, you've been in and out of the team for quite some time. I mean, what can you say about how the team has grown so far?
Yeah, so I first played in 2021, so this will now be my third year playing with them. And since then, we haven't been together consistently, but that doesn't stop the fact that we still know how to play with one another. And so I would say that hopefully that shows now when we go to Cairo for the games, just because we're not always together and we're all in and out, we're still going to be able to play well together.
Normally when you guys are playing, when you've been playing for the national team, everybody's looking at you, what will Victoria bring to the table? What is Victoria going to do to probably push Kenya through? I mean, does that give you pressure? And if it does, how do you deal with that?
Of course it gives me pressure.
Yes.
I believe it would give anyone pressure, but my teammates and the staff are really good at making sure it's not just myself, we're Team Kenya, it's not like Team Victoria, it's Team Kenya, so I just rely on my teammates more than anything, and they encourage me, and yeah, we just play together.
How was that experience of playing for Kenya? From the first time that you put on the Kenyan jersey 3 years down the line, how has that experience been for you as a person?
Oh, it's been great. Playing for Kenya has actually awarded me a lot of opportunities. By playing for Kenya in 2021, I've played in Spain, I've played in Portugal, I've played in Mexico, I most recently came from playing in Rwanda. So, playing for Kenya is bigger than just myself. It's bringing a spotlight to the country and also helping me advance my career.
Now, you've mentioned a number of countries that you've played in. I mean, Mexico, you played in Rwanda, you played in the US. I mean, what is the difference when you take a look at those countries? And I know you've watched a number of Kenyan teams play. I mean, what is the difference when you compare the countries that you played in vis-a-vis what you've seen in Kenya?
Yeah, so playing here in Kenya, I would say in Africa in general, it's typically a lot more physical than playing in Europe or in South America or in the US. But that's also a good thing because it toughens you. So now when you go to those other countries, you know how to play through contact. You're not fazed by some bumping here or anything like that. Yeah.
Aside from that, the expectations are really high from Team Kenya going to Cairo. What should Kenyans expect from the ladies?
At the least, we should expect the qualification. That's our goal. In 2023, we didn't qualify. We finished third. So this year, we're hoping to get to the final stage. And so at least then we can say that we've qualified. Of course, we want to be number one. That would be very tough. But our goal is definitely qualification for the final stage in Ivory Coast in July.
And aside from that, we've seen in the last 2 years or so, there has been a change in the Kenyan basketball scene. These teams are trying to professionalize it. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I love it. I love to see it because our neighbors Rwanda have done it perfectly. Just coming from there, I mean, the federation, the professionalism, I believe Kenya can also get there. More teams have to invest, bringing in foreign players or even bringing in home players like myself, Derek, Albert, that boosts the morale of Kenya, makes people want to come to the games and, watch us play. I wish, I'm seeing it more so on the men's side. I would love to see it on the women's side, have a real, women's professional team like Thunder. That would be really nice to see. So I look forward to seeing what happens in like the next couple of years or so.
So where would you rate us in terms of standards when it comes to the women's side, rather, in the region and in Africa as a whole?
Yeah, so regionally, both nationally and in the clubs.
Both nationally and club-wise, yeah.
I would say for ladies, we're pretty solid. I know this year, KPA and Equity, they didn't finish as high as usual. Last year I was with KPA. We managed first place in Zone 5 Club Championships, and we got second place in the whole of Africa. Now at the national level, we've been up and down. 2021, we were first. 2023, we were third. And continentally, we've been stuck at like 8th, 9th for as long as I can remember. So we're getting there. It's just going to take, a little bit more pushing.
Off the court, I mean, there are other things that you do, and recently I saw that you are into charity, and aside from that, you are also into coaching young, upcoming basketballers. What can you say about that? Let's begin with charity.
Yeah, no, first of all, I love giving back in any way that I can. I'm available to working with anyone, just contact me or someone who knows me, and I'm willing to work with them. Charity, I think, is, basketball has awarded me so many opportunities. Like I said, education, I got my degree at the College of William & Mary. I majored in architectural studies. That was through basketball. My high school was through basketball. My career, how I earn money, is through basketball. The way I travel and meet new people, everything is through basketball. So if I can provide another young girl or young boy those same opportunities in any way that I can, I try to. So I'm always available to working with people and, seeing where I can help. Yeah.
And also, we've seen your hand in coaching young players. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I never thought that I would be into coaching, but I enjoy it. I enjoy training. I know a couple of kids have asked, like, oh, can we train together? Can we shoot together? I'm always available. I love working out. I've been really pushing for female individual basketball training, because that's what really separates players, their individual training. So anytime a player wants to work out with me, shoot with me, rebound for me, I'm always available. So, yeah.
And finally, as we wind this up, probably what are your targets for the year 2025?
Okay, so with the most recent target now being, of course, I want to qualify for Afrobasket. I'm hoping to play in another country. I don't know where at, but soon I'll know. And just, I want to start working with corporations just so I can, along the lines of charity and bringing up the youth, anywhere where I can fit in, I'm available to work with anyone to do this. So I would say those are my goals for 2025.
Is a conversation I had with